World-class agriculture company African Green Resources focuses on agribusiness, providing inputs and a market for produce from small, medium and commercial farmers.
Junaid, can you give us some insight into African Green Resources?
Thank you very much. Very, very excited, and an exciting new company in Zambia in the agricultural and agribusiness space, focused on promoting small, medium and large scale, and to provide them with an enabling environment. I'm involved in the main ownership of African Green Resources, but we come from a generation of trade. Our grandfathers came from India for trade, so trade is in our blood. And then from trade we started into manufacturing. From manufacturing we diversified into different portfolios.
And tell me about the partnerships. Who are you aspiring to bring in as your partners, and how will they help you?
So we are partnering with a local company called Agri Options Limited. Our vision is to increase the silo, the storage capacity, the handling facility, and the value addition. We also are partnering with FAP, so they guarantee, and institutions worldwide, European Union, JICA, you have your Dutch Good Growth Funds, OPIC in America, AGI, SACE Italy, your Export Credit Guarantee Insurance. We have also our own international credit lines, also African Development Bank, by the way.
The African Fertilizer and Agribusiness Partnership was established as a special partnership initiative of the AGRA with financial support from the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. We work to support small and medium enterprises, agri-dealers, in the inputs distribution chain. Our goal is to increase efficiency and bring down costing of products to smallholder farmers. Basically give the farmers more competitive markets to serve them. Over the last few years, we've facilitated over $680 million in fertilizer trade and much more in leveraged investments in infrastructure, blending, transport of products. We are looking forward to working with AGR in Zambia. This is a market we know well.
There's various universities that are working with us in increasing the yields, including the University of Georgia in Eastern Europe. There is a department that's dedicated. Right now, they're working with Zambian soil to try and see if there's some sort of microbacteria, which actually increases the yield 50 times. The experimental stage right now.
And you're talking about the Mukushi farming block.
Yes.
And is this a sort of a focal point?
So yes, because it's the largest farming block in Zambia, we thought it'd be wonderful to start there. There's about 100 to 150 commercial farmers there, being supported by 250 to 300,000 peasant small-scale farmers. So we want the small-scale farmers to benefit from this as well.
And how will you help the input side of the farmer so that they can get this better yield?
That's the core subject of African Green Resources, which is to fund the farmer themselves. So you fund the inputs through fertilizer, through seed, through chemical, through farm implements as well.
We supply the farmers with inputs and they pay us not in money but in grain. So that makes the whole process much simpler and easier.
So we come with not only funding for their inputs, but we also come with a ready market. So because we are in the FMG sector, we do distribute FMG into Southern Africa. We are the best players to distribute this. Plus also we come up with an offtake agreement. So the plan is to give them a fair market price. Obviously part of the inputs that we've given as recovery, we will take the crop, but the rest they can sell it on the open market, or we can buy it as per the market price.
And what are the political risks?
Only thing is that maize is a heavily politicized subject in Zambia. Reason is it's the staple crop. Apart from maize, we don't anticipate any problems, and there has been none.
What is the situation in Zambia? Do they have exchange control?
Zambia has got no exchange controls, And obviously there's always an exchange fluctuation risk, but we will hope to mitigate that by getting involved from the beginning.
We currently operate across the African continent in more than 11 countries, doing collateral management in bunkers, in silos, silo bags, and warehouses. We have a fundamental structure. We have a process in place where we have very rigorous control. It's quite a robust operation. We do a lot of work for Credit Suisse, and then we also do a lot of work for fund managers, investment companies like the likes of Barrack Fund, the likes of Anseal Investments, the likes of Inox Capital, and the regional banks. We have partnered with Stanbic Zambia. We do a lot of work for BNP. Again, I think I mentioned that, but EcoBank has now come on board over the recent couple of years, and we're handling all of EcoBank's work in Zambia, Zimbabwe, Malawi, and Mozambique. It's a minimum requirement on our sites to have a calibrated and properly serviced weighbridge. I must say, it's like rekindling an old friendship. We've done a lot of work there for various traders. Agri Options themselves, we've done a lot of work using Stanbic Zambia, and we still do a lot of work there, CMA, silos, bunkers, and in Lusaka itself.
You know, Zambia, when we look at it, we always feel it's so well endowed.
Yes.
It has the water, it has the arable land, but it doesn't have the output. And are you able to get more output for the benefit of Africa and the people of Africa?
So this is our core mission, to try and provide techniques that will improve yield.
If you're going to have the proper agricultural output that you're looking for, how are you planning to make sure that you can have this continuity of growth?
So it's a crime actually. 40% of Southern Africa's water passes through Zambia. We always speak that. So we hope with the advent of AGR and with this exciting new opportunity, I think these with these linkages, this will mitigate that water shortage factor.
When will the first sod be turned at this irrigation dam?
18 months from now, the entire project will be complete. But before end of this year, before the beginning of the rainy season, there will be some movement there.
And technology is a big thing in farming at the moment. How can technology help? Are there people that are ready to come in and assist you with various aspects of technology? To what extent will you be looking to the sun and the wind?
So there's hydro, but now there's pressure, a lot of pressure on water, as you can imagine. There's challenges of power in Southern Africa. So we're looking at solar as well. So we want to do a solar project at Mkushi itself.
What groundwork has been laid for the solar farm? That will be a 2 megawatt pilot to start with, and then going to 50 megawatt.
So the feasibility has been done, the pre-feasibilities have been done. The technical teams have said the environmental impact assessment programs have been done.
Do you have a legislative framework that restricts you to any megawattage, or can the private sector self-generate to a level that it needs?
Obviously, there is a Southern African power pool. Most of the SADC countries are involved in it. But Zambia also right now has got its own power challenges, and they are very willing. There is an energy regulation board which is highly regularized, but they are willing right now because of the power shortages in the whole region. So it's a very welcome opportunity, in fact.
And if you were looking for investors within the global market, why would they need to, in your view, consider investment in your business and Zambia, and your vision for agriculture in Zambia?
I think, to be honest, Zambia, Sub-Saharan Africa, is the place to be in the world. You go throughout the world, there's a lot of risks all over. The markets are saturated. There's risks that you've never heard of. I mean, Africa is an untapped continent, and we're looking at food security, not only of Zambia, not only of the region, but the world. And we proudly want to be involved in a scheme that will not ensure our own food security, but the food security of the globe going for the future. I would like to see value addition chain that we have started. I definitely would like to see more Zambians getting involved, and more people at the end of the poverty line getting involved and being out there And if we change their lives for the better, the 250,000 farmers to start with, if we can fund them properly through a comprehensive program which is well managed and it's a well-oiled machine, take them to the middle class level, I think for me that would be good. And also obviously set up the food security program for Zambia and the surrounding region. I think safety, Zambia is very stable, the country is very stable, the people are wonderful, you've got a fantastic labor force, reasonably priced, very, very enabling environment, and the resources are there. Africa is there for the taking. Very exciting opportunity. I think world markets might have reached saturation points on certain level. Africa is just beginning. As somebody said, this is the time for Africa.